Hello and welcome to IASLE Podcast.
Having me today, and if you have any question, you can put it on the test or you can speak out, and I'm loving to answer your question.
All right. Thank you, Maiga. Thank you, Dr. Maiga, for that
No
enlightening and informative presentation. As you said, now we may open the floor for the Q&A session. If you have any questions for Dr. Maiga, please type them into the chat box or email him. And now we will do our best to address as many as we can with the time we left.
Yeah.
Well, if no one else is asking the question, I may take the privilege of asking the first one.
Sure.
Just back to AI dangers that you're talking about, I'm pretty agree with you. You know, students may cheat on their papers or their homework, and employees may, overqualified for their jobs using, ChatGPT.
Yeah.
But I was wondering, which one of the following do you think you most concerned about in the long term and near term? Probably one is human using AI to do terrible things to do other humans, like terrorists may use ChatGPT to attack another human or country. Second, it's not intentionally but caused harm because of his reward function was improperly devised. Like the social media platforms are run and controlled by the algorithm, right? And the algorithm were given a specific goal by the companies, which is to increase user engagement, to use traffic, to cause people to spend more time on the platform, and they will spend more money as well. Which sound like a good goal, but for the company, it's good, and even for the good people. But for what happened is the algorithm in charge of social media that decide what is the next video you will see on TikTok, or what's the next post you will see on Facebook. That eventually could discover how to hack the human mind. This is destructive for people, and that's not the. I'm sure that's not the company's intention to, but the results are very, very bad, right? And one last thing, the company may use the algorithm to overcharge the customer too, because, for example, say next week is Christmas, you're checking the tickets to go to Tokyo. Since you check over and over, you will be charged more.
Right.
That's my question. What do you think could be harmed the most?
First of all, for the first one and the third one, actually they are already there. So, for example, the some people they may trying to create a fake news and something like that to do something bad, and also what you just said about the airline ticket. Actually, I do believe some of the airlines they do this something like this, and even those ticket website they did do this. I can assure you, because I already encountered that. If you check the same departure city and also the same date 3 times or 5 times, you will find the ticket price will go up. So both of the first one and the third one, they are already there. I will, if I will say the second one will be the most concerned to me. Why? Because the first one is just creating a fake news, and people, if they have a 21st century skill set, they will have ability to verify the information they receive. They will double check, triple check, and they will know whether or not a news or a kind of information is misinformation or not true. For the third one, unfortunately that is beyond our control, because companies they want to make money, so they do this. So the only way we can do is trying to make a decision and then find the ticket and then buy, and don't do that twice. But the second one, actually, what you say is very, very important, because first of all, those companies, if they use that information, for example, using algorithm, to do things, they may need some data which you don't really hope they use. But you cannot control that, because everything you post online or everything you do online at their platform, they already collect those data. It is beyond your control to say no, don't use my data. So that is the first thing, very bad. The second thing is, because when they are using data, just like you say, the algorithm, if the algorithm cannot have the overview of everything, then it will create a bias. It will create something which we don't like to see. They treat people differently, or they accuse some kind of either race or country or skin color people and so on. So that is not so good. So very important thing is, how can you create an algorithm which you can use the data completely, rather than just use the data you pick at, and then you do the decision. But my most concern actually is not about algorithm, because the algorithm, you can making sure that you use complete data set. My first concern, my most important concern actually is you use the data without I say yes. So so that will be the very important things that people, they may need to consider. And nowadays we have another research area that is explainable AI. So while we have any kind of AI, generative AI or expert system, can our AI system or tools explain to people why they do this? What kind of step behind the scene? What kind of information they use to create to support their decision and something like that. So explainable AI will be quite important if every AI developers, they can consider. So that is also our research group right now is considering. We have a lot of different AI research outcome, and we do want to making sure that all the users or all the visitors, they will know what we are doing, why we are doing like this, so they can feel safe. They will trust us. We wanted to making sure that people, they will trust the research outcome we created without concern. So yeah, I think that is a good question. And for the answer, I will say the second options, which I will say the most important for me, because actually the first one and the third one, they are already there.
They're already there. But I'm surely hope. Thank you, Maiga. I'm surely hope you could, also invent an authorship, something to counter algorithm for the travel agency company.
Yeah, right.
So that they won't rip us off.
I hope if I do that, they will not ban me to fly.
Well, they will give you a green light for
I
sure.
hope so.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay,
Now,
thank you. Thank
as
you
we
for
come to
having
the
me.
end of our session, I want to thank each and every one of you for your participation. And once again, thank you, Dr. Maiga, for your valuable contribution, and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, so have a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you soon.
Yeah, bye.
Goodbye. Thank you.